All right, next up we've got a sommelier. Does everyone know what a sommelier is? We're going to tell you what a sommelier is. We've got someone very special to us who's works at the same restaurant, Bondi Icebergs, and is a sommelier there. And can we please welcome Gabrielle Webster. What do they call you? Gabrielle. Thank you. So, Gab, you've heard all about chefs.
Chefs.
Rock stars, aren't they? These young rock stars, yeah. Tell me how you got into the industry. Or tell us.
It just kind of happened, actually. I studied fashion. That was what I wanted to do. And just worked in restaurants to earn some money, paid bills, and I actually really kind of liked it. And so after I got my degree and I started a little fashion label, I just stopped doing it and stayed working in restaurants. It's really fun. It is hard work, it is determination, it's all that, but it's actually a really good time. I had a good time.
How old were you when you got into the industry?
18.
Right.
I used to work for you.
Yes, I said that to Lucy the other day.
19 when I worked for you.
Yes. Wow. Over the days.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, you've got a passion for it. So tell us a bit about being a sommelier and explain what a sommelier is.
So sommelier is wine, basically. So when you go to a fancy restaurant and they give you this book, which is the wine list, and you go, what am I supposed to do with this? You ask me. And I come over and I explain, I match your food to your drinking evening. To wine. It's wine.
So why did you get into that field? Like, I mean, because you could have become a cook, chef, you could have been a bar person, you could have been a wait person.
Specialising, I suppose.
But you've done all that, you've been a waitress and obviously.
Well, I haven't been a cook, but yeah, it's specialising. It's something that I really enjoy. And I was offered a role as an assistant sommelier, and I didn't really know. Actually, I didn't know anything.
That was at Astral, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of Sydney's great restaurants.
Exactly, yeah. And it was kind of a sort of fake it till you make it kind of moment. And so I got the job, and I was going to say lied, but kind of, said I knew more than I did.
Yeah, we were twisting the truth.
A little bit, yes. And I fell in love with it. There was a particular bottle of wine, and I smelled it one day, and I went, shit, this is amazing. This is amazing. And it changed my whole life, and it is something that I love. It's definitely a passion, but it's amazing. It's interesting.
And have you travelled much in the industry around the world?
I have been around the world with work, which is pretty cool.
So you've worked through Europe?
Not work, but being there for work.
Yep.
So I've been to some amazing vineyards, I've been to some amazing places, and really had some pretty incredible experiences through my job, through hospitality. It's great.
And you've just launched a new wine list, I believe, at Icebergs.
Yeah.
So tell us the process. I mean, I love the wine list, I love the restaurant, the food's amazing, and the service, and you guys always look after us, but the amount of, what goes into creating that wine list?
The wine list supports the restaurant, the wine list supports the food. So if you're an Italian restaurant, you might have an Italian-focused wine list. If you're a straight, and so on and so on. It's lots of tasting, it's selecting something for everyone, I suppose. It's selecting wine that I want to drink, that people want to drink, goes with the food, suits where we are, we're by the beach, we're in Bondi, looks out over the ocean, and white wine really suits just there. So there's quite a bit of that, It's matching it.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's really fun.
Taste this wine with this dish, taste that wine.
Yeah, it's tasty.
So you've had a few mentors, I assume, in your career.
I'm lucky. I've had a few people that have really helped me along the way, which is great.
Tell us about them. How important is it for young chefs or people in our industry to have mentors?
It's really important. I think with anything, but for mentorship, because Alex is right. The hours are long. It is hard work. There are situations that happen that you can't. Sometimes you kind of need someone to talk to. So I'm lucky. I've had a number of people really just help, just there, make a phone call. I don't know what to do in this certain situation. What would you do? It's good.
So tell us about a day in your life when you get to work and how, whether it's just in your sommelier role or a wait person or a bar person. So more about front of house.
we're busy, so I run around a lot. So I start early, I do tastings in the morning, so I generally...
You drink wine in the morning?
It's tasting.
Okay.
Tasting. We spit everything out.
Right.
But yeah, so I'll have meetings in the morning with winemakers or with reps or people trying to sell me stuff, basically, and then we go to service, and so I'm out on the floor. So
Service,
lunch service or dinner service.
Yeah.
So I talk to hundreds and hundreds of people a day, and my job is to make them happy, you know, and to give them an experience that they enjoy, something that they remember, you know. I suppose we're a pretty fancy restaurant, and so people spend a bit of money with us, you know, so the aim is for them to have a really good time and to want to come back.
Well, it really is one of the best restaurants in Australia, I think, with its location, the food and the service, and your wineness as well.
It's pretty iconic. Yeah, you should all come.
Tell us, what do you love most about the industry?
Oh, look, it's in Sydney. It's pretty special. It's not overly huge, so I know a lot of people. We have great camaraderie. It's great mentorship. You get to do some pretty amazing things. You know, sometimes I pinch myself about I can't believe I'm doing this. You know, I look after celebrities. It's quite, yeah, it's pretty special.
Who's the most famous person you've sort of served or looked after?
We had the director of the FBI in yesterday.
Wow.
Random, like so random. But there's
Tom Cruise.
I have looked after Tom Cruise.
There you go.
Kelly Rowland was in the other day. Yeah, some pretty special, pretty cool. Cuba Gooding Jr. kissed me on the chin. You guys probably don't even know who that is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Can we pick someone out?
Katy Perry, she was in
Katy Perry, there you go. You guys know Katy Perry, so she served Katy Perry, my God. What are your plans for the future? Where do you go to from here? And this won't go back to your bosses at the restaurant, but where do you see yourself? Like Alex said, he wanted to open a restaurant perhaps a few years ago.
See, I've done that, and owning your own business is tricky. You know, sometimes it's good to just work for someone. But the aim is to probably not be on the floor so much, because you know it is hard work, and it's walking around and moving and carrying and physical. I don't really know. At the moment, I'm pretty happy where I am.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It'll still be in wine. Hospitality, there are so many different ways that you can take it. Wine doesn't have to be sommelier. It doesn't have to be on the floor. So who knows? It could go anywhere.
Yeah. Any advice for these guys?
Just do it. Have fun.
Just do it.
Just do it. No, and have fun. If you enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with being a waiter. There's nothing wrong with being a chef.
If you earn quite good money along the way.
Yes, you earn good money, right? And $6 an hour is not necessarily the case.
Yes, that was easy.
That was a long time ago. But no, and have fun. There is so much. You can do so much, and you can travel. You know, if you start off just working in a restaurant to earn some extra money, you can take that to London and go to New York. You know, and then you can bring that back here. You can do it. Just do it and have fun, because it is. It's really fun.
There you go. Big round of applause. Thank you very much for all your time. So, any questions on Alex or Gab or anyone? Me? No? Sure? Yes? Where? Okay. Yellow there.
I want to ask the sommelier if she can talk to us the way she pairs the food with the wine, like with the red wine, with the meat, what sort of wine?
You want to ask the sommelier how she matches the food with the wine?
Are you having a dinner party tonight? Is that what's going on? Look, it's all about what you like, yeah? So there are a few rules, like red wine goes with protein, white wine goes with fish. You know, if you don't like drinking red wine, don't.
It's true, you know, because I have a steak and I'll drink a Chardonnay.
Yeah, which is a beautiful match, you know? It's really you grow whatever you want.
Yeah, very good, very good. Any other questions? Yes?
When you're employing an apprentice chef, what sort of skills, what qualities are you looking for?
The question is, when I'm employing an apprentice chef, what am I looking for? One thing I don't do is look at their resume. I want to see energy, passion and commitment, and someone who wants to work hard to get somewhere. And be enthusiastic, and be motivated to become a chef or a wait person. To really set some goals. They want to be somewhere and they want to do something. That's what I want to see. Resumes, anyone can write a resume, anyone can write a menu, anyone can write a recipe, but it's how you implement it or make it happen. So you've got to be passionate and committed and prepared to work hard. Yes. Did I study hospitality at school? I got kicked out of school at 15. I was very naughty. I spent more time outside the school, the classroom, which I'm glad it's the best thing that ever happened to me, because if I didn't get kicked out of school, I would be lost. And I fell into this beautiful industry of cooking and this restaurant industry, and that's been the best thing that ever happened to me that I did. So I started an apprenticeship and studied cookery in that. I did a 4-year apprenticeship. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have one very quickly, Luke. In relation to looking at hospitality as a career, the enormous growth that's going on within the industry, there's a big need for a lot of casuals and part-time people. So studying in terms of doing hospitality in school and continuing on with that, there's got to be a great number of good casual roles and opportunities.
Absolutely plenty. And sometimes to start, as Alex did and I did, washing pots, to be a kitchen hand and things like that, to see how a kitchen works and understand all the ins and outs of that. Like Gabby did, waitressing, polishing cutlery, polishing glasses, lots of part-time hours there to do the job in the industry and get a feel for it. And not all of you are going to like it or love it, but have a crack at it, have a go. Because if you don't have a go, you'll never know. Any other questions? Yes. Yes.
What makes you a great waiter? Like, what do you do to improve your hospitality skills to speak to customers and?
You just be nice, smile. Like, but not be smile. You're halfway there. It's yeah. You just the whole working with the general public. Sometimes it's not great, but if you're nice, you can always kind of turn people around. Learn to carry 3 plates. Go and do some work in a restaurant. See. That's how you start.
Just be happy. No anger management, Gordon Ramsay stuff. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Luke, just want to clarify about the resume. Given that the students have done a course in, or a certificate 1 or 2 in hospitality at school, you'd still look at that favourably as someone who's keen in the industry.
Yeah, well, a resume is important, I guess. But what I'm saying is you've got to give things. So, as I said, the chicken stock method before, what you put into it is what you can get out of it. If you're passionate and committed and you really want to achieve something out of this industry's got so much to give you, but you've got to give something to it as well. What we find nowadays, a lot of kids work in so many different restaurants. We get a young person's resume who's 20 and he's done his apprenticeship or whatever, but they've worked in about 12 different restaurants. 3 months, 4 months here, 3 months there. And that turns us off a bit, I think, because what we want is stability as well. And we want to be able to, imagine working under Alex in the kitchen and learning for about 3 or 4 years. And then you've learned this great craft, this great skill. And then you go off to London or New York or France or wherever and learn more because you work with a great chef. And then you come back to this country and create your own restaurant and start teaching others. That's what it's all about. I think that's it, isn't it? Thank you very much for having us. Thank you to everybody. And hopefully you'll all, if anyone wants a job, bring Alex. Thank you.
Thanks very much.